Brooklyn, New York, are you feeling clean? The PH has arrived. He is the alkaline Paul Harris. He has been under the gaze of DNS, the gaze of one JynX for the last several months, and it all comes to an end here just 8 days before OCWFED's 19th anniversary spectacular. Paul Harris has got something to prove. Jason Clinton sensation, welcome to the festivities. Glad to be here next to you as always.
Welcome to the Thunderdome of Fate, which is Turmoil 309, the go-home show before OCW 19, a star-studded show, a jam-packed show. OCW is back like cook crack, Jake Allen. It's the go-home show, and Paul Harris got a little bit of a restraining order, so at least he had a couple days of not being harassed by the knife of JynX. But right now, we're kicking things off with one-on-one action. It's time to pay the Pied Piper. PH Harris versus JynX. Rookie-on-rookie action, kicking things off, Jake Allen. And there goes the stream.
He is JynX, representing the Dark Net Society. And if you're seeing him all alone here to open up Turmoil, you are not mistaken. DNS banned from ringside for this one. DNS loves to get their grubby fingers on everything that their associates are involved in, but it won't be happening tonight. And don't worry, boss, that mallet may be here for JynX's entrance. We got a street fight later on tonight between Marissa Welshmack and Joanna Silver. This one, straight up wrestling contest, but no DNS.
No DNS, banned from the ringside. No jackals, no hyenas, no piranhas. Just one-on-one action. Paul PH Harris versus JynX. I asked JynX earlier today, what's with the hammer? He says he uses it to fight off his demons. I said, those don't exist. And then he looked at me, and we left because I needed a chicken sandwich.
A freemium live event quality card that we have for you tonight on Turmoil 309. The numbers keep going up, and so does my cholesterol. We're kicking things off here. DNS representation out of the gate. PH, the best thing a snake has brought OCW since AC Cobra. Paul Harris. And now both men trying to curry a little favor from the crowd before we get started here, and there's the lockup. It'll be Paul Harris. No.
There's a little bit of entertainment for your sporting event, Jake Allen, in Brooklyn. The go-home show, big fight feel, like he said. It's like a premium or freemium live-ish event on twitch.tv. That's OCWFED, and do not forget youtube.com. That's OCWFED TV for all of your player versus player needs, player.
You think OCWFED.com going down means we're stopping anytime soon? We will be back up and better than ever soon enough. And in the meantime, twitch.tv/OCWFED, youtube.com/OCWFED TV is your place to go to catch all of the action. Action like this. JynX got out to an early start with that neck breaker, but Paul Harris now going after the arms.
And those predictions, they tell a story, Jake Allen. They tell a story. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as this match progresses. JynX, big old, meaty, thick hand right to the face. The fist to the face of Paul Harris, who has been tormented for weeks on end by this crazy, don't call him a clown, maniacal man.
Oh, and now dropped with a forearm is JynX via Paul Harris. It's hard to believe, boss, just a couple of months ago, these two were some of the highest potential wrestlers on our roster on Ambition, and right now are competing on the Anniversary 19 Go Home show. That's just how OCW does things around here. this would be a huge win for either man's career.
The system works, Jake Allen. Just got to hammer that home. The system works. The last time these two faced off, it didn't fare well for Paul Harris. He got, as we say, or as I say, Pearl Harbor early on and wasn't able to maintain momentum. But it looks like now Paul has watched the tape. Paul is tired of being tormented. Paul has a restraining order, and Paul is ready to pound the ever-loving snot out of JynX right now on 309 Live.
Now going after the arms of JynX, once again targeting some of the weapons that the most unhinged man of DNS, to be certain, has at his disposal. JynX has been torturing Paul Harris with mind games, not something he's used to coming from the snake pit, and right now handling it pretty well as Paul Harris bounces JynX off the ropes. And that is classic pro wrestling there on the swinging neckbreaker from Paul Harris.
The snake pit, Jake Allen. 7 deadly venoms. I once visited a snake pit in India. Wasn't a fun time, but I'll leave that for another day. Speaking of a fun time right now, JynX is having a fun time with that counter into an Irish whip. Ooh.
And clearly JynX trying to bounce right back. Doesn't have the same fear of snakes as one Harrison Ford, or maybe even you, Jason Sensation.
I just don't like spiders.
Well, does any of us? I don't think so.
No, good point. No. That's why I love you. Back to the action. Nice
JynX with the armbreaker and the whooping cushion out of nowhere. That modified quick snap German suplex of JynX. And Paul Harris was in full control before that, boss, but you saw the impact, the head and shoulders of Paul Harris slamming against the canvas.
The temperature changed with that, Jake Allen. That's the thing about JynX. He's incredibly explosive, incredibly unorthodox, and incredibly potentially mentally unwell or unstable, if you will.
Here's the cover now, maybe even a little scummy after that stomp, but
nice.
I digress. See, we got the cover attempt there for Paul Harris, able to kick out at one. Greg, your official, one of the best to do it. And now a swinging neck breaker. This is the second time so far that JynX has maybe used a little mockery in his offense. So far, so good for the representative from DNS.
All right, now JynX in control. Nice spear. Wait a minute. Paul trying to fight for his life. Doesn't matter. Gets caught with it.
Yeah, this is where you can get into a bad situation. We know JynX, when he first came into OCW, was seen more as a powerhouse. He cut a lot of weight between then and now. Hold on, we have a cover here. 1, 2, Woo. And no, just like that, it could be over as quick as a hiccup. Paul Harris has to know that at this point. Still a rookie here in the OCW ranks, but he's got some experience under his belt. JynX seems to have the advantage right now. A little head movement, but JynX not swayed, boss.
A whole lot of grilled chicken for JynX has given him the advantage he needs in the speed and agility department. He's using that to good use against Paul Harris with a little bit of power on that launch right into the post. Paul Harris is in trouble right now. Paul was working on the arms, but JynX still got some fighting spirit left in them arm joints and ligaments, Jake Allen.
And it
no
looked
laughing
like,
matter. Oh,
I was going to say, it looked like JynX had him set up for that no laughing matter, but he did not go for it. This has been sort of something we've dealt with over the years for OCW. People being a little bit too hesitant to try and put the match away.
Finish your story, kid.
JynX cannot fall into that category. Paul Harris, a dangerous competitor, can utilize submission-based offense, technical offense. He's got to go for it now, and another whoopee cushion. This time a rope break. Paul Harris may be bailed out. JynX is in control.
But he's doing a rookie mistake. He's laughing when he should be focusing on trying to end Paul Harris. You can't play with Paul Harris, rookie or not. Could this be the opportunity JynX is looking for?
It could be. That is no laughing matter. The pop-up Samoan drop, the cover. Paul Harris kicks out before the count of 1. Oh my goodness. He's going 80 style, popping right back up, going for the arm. Paul Harris caught with that Samoan drop, trying to fight through the pain. A little fighting spirit, Jason Sensation.
The snake pick must definitely be in Japan. He goes second time to the jump. Oh, he went for it. He came up short. He seized for something. Went for a second one, trying to make that no laughing matter. But JynX don't like to laugh. He said, cut that nonsense out, dude.
And the crowd here at Barclays, a capacity crowd in Brooklyn, New York for our go-home show for OCW 19 in just 8 days, January 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. Here is the cover after the DDT. Paul Harris again able to kick out. Almost 20 years of OCW history, boss, and both of these young competitors looking to really mark their own name in that 20-year legacy right now here on Turmoil.
Next generation is
brighter
than doing this star. Don't let anybody see that, Jinx.
Here's the cover. Well, he's not in this match, so I'm not sure he will. As Jinx lifting Paul Harris back to his feet. Bouncing off the ropes now is Paul Harris. And look at the snap power slam.
Snapping on it.
To Paul Harris. And Jinx right now controlling the tempo. He seems to have the alkaline, a little bit frustrated sensation.
A little bit. He's a little bit. He went for that elbow and came off short. That could have been lights out for Jinx. He would have connected, but the DDT connects. And now just like that, Paul Harris in the lead. Jinx a little veteranistic, rolling out, trying not to get caught. It's smart.
Well, we talk about Jinx. He is a rookie here at OCW. The double A spine buster. But this man is tempered. Coming from the independent scene, coming from various other places in the pro wrestling world. Obviously, it can prepare you a little bit, but not quite as much as the major leagues that is OCWFED. At least some of that experience is helping Jinx right now.
That spine on the pine didn't prepare no. Oh my goodness!
How about a spine on spine?
Jesus.
Jinx right now out to prove he does not need the rest of the men in Darknet Society. I say men, save. You never know what Pearl is up to there. And Paul Harris got it with a wheel kick out of nowhere. Paul Harris, the Preston Gamagiri. No, Jinx.
I think Jinx wanted a running, laughing matter, and he collided. A little rookie inexperience may have cost him the match. Paul Harris trying to go to the fundamentals. All nice counter by Jinx. They're fighting for it, tooth and claw. I think
he wanted that dragon screw, Jason Sensation.
Oh,
Paul Harris, no laughing matter is countered. Paul Harris has made a comeback here to open up Turmoil. What do we got here?
Don't tap out the rookie.
Trying to stretch out Jinx after all of the mental torment and physical torment he was put through.
Goodness.
Jinx has no point but to tap it in the end. Technical mastery surpasses the mind games. Paul Harris is your winner on Turmoil 309.
Oh my goodness. What a battle, Jake Allen.
The octopus stretch, boss. This is what we talk about. The snake pit carving out mat technicians, and Paul Harris is one of the best. That's why he's here on the OCWFED roster.
He did all he could. Jinx tried as he might, but now the saga continues. They won it once. You never know what's going to happen with these two.
We have got a lot more for you here on Turmoil 309. Of course, our camera's capturing.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on. Scotty X running right by Paul Harris. Scotty X. Oh my God, Scotty X delivering the knee.
Retribution.
The golden eye. And you're right, Retribution. Jinx assaulted him backstage last week on Riot. He didn't need to get involved during the match, but Scotty X is clearly fired up. He's got a chair.
Scotty X. What? There's only one Scotty and a metric shit ton of DNS like that.
And that is Samuel Omen. The rest of DNS barred from ringside, not prepared, but the heater of the Darknet Society coming to the aid of Jinx. And Scotty X clearly not finished with DNS just yet. We've got a lot more turmoil on the way for you. Stick with us, twitch.tv/OCWFED.
Like he said, who?